It's the two.
Ernie Johnson here, joined by Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We are honored to have you with us for our special presentation of the NBA on this Martin Luther King holiday. We'll watch as they go up against the Cleveland Cavaliers. And for Cleveland, another really high-quality season being played by a team that we've come to expect nothing less from. There they are, top spot in the East. And today we honor the one and only Martin Luther King Jr., a man who stood for the peace, unity, and equality of all people. It's a great day, Shaq.
That man gave his life for what he believed in. We are forever indebted.
Well, the progress that he made, truly, he led by example. He lived his life a way that we could emulate. Instead of talking about it, he was being about it. The Dr. Martin Luther King.
Just about time for tip-off on this very special day. We'll see you next time.
Welcome to the NBA here on 2K Sports, a special Martin Luther King Day edition. Joined in the booth with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. The fans are making noise at Quicken Loans Arena here in Cleveland for their Cavaliers. You take a look at Los Angeles. What a story right now for these guys. Win after win. It's been a phenomenal stretch.
And keep in mind, just the two-game season series. This is their final game against this group, and they're looking to duplicate the outcome of that first contest where they played a terrific ball game.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, given the way things went for them in that game, I'll bet they wish they could play them more than just twice. And we'll see if they feel that way once this game's over.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. They've got Curry. Ezeli is out there with Draymond Green. Then it's Curry. And it's Curry in at the 2 spot. And for the Cleveland Cavaliers, they come in off a good outing against the Rockets in Houston.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Here's Smith following the basket by Stephen Curry. 6 to shoot, and Thompson throws it down.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
And guys, you talk about ascendant stars in the NBA, none brighter than Steph Curry, the leading vote getter for the All-Star game a season ago. But what I love, he doesn't let it go to his head. I mean, he remains grounded and focused on winning.
Irving, and the rejection by Ezeli. And that's out of bounds. Cleveland will retain possession. So first quarter just over a minute and a half in. Irving for 3. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And the way they attacked the basket in that game was unreal. I mean, after a while, the defenders seemed to just wave the white flag.
Yeah, like you said, I mean, that's what will happen when the team continues to attack the basket and come away with layups. The defense tends to get demoralized and deflated.
Smith kicks to Thompson. Can't hit.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
Curry with it. Guarded now by Irving. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
His shooting percentage is really solid so far, fellas. Good start to this game for him.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Sure could, Kev. I mean, too many empty trips. They need some points.
And that one's good. Love. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. It's Curry outside, and the basket good. Curry's got 9 points. The Cavaliers trail by 5. Outside Irving. After 2 misses to start the game, he's on the board with that shot made.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
On the wing, Green. Back to Curry. Fires the three. And Curry the bucket on the assist by Curry. Curry's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Now it's sent it down to Doris Burke, who was able to talk with head coach Tyronn Lue.
One player that he's talked to his guys a lot about is Stephen Curry. He said Curry's one of the premier shooters in the game, and he's got that quick trigger. We really have to be tight to him, get physical, and try to get him on his heels as much as possible. Guys, Curry is an excellent free throw shooter. We'll see if they can do that without fouling him.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers.
Just not happy with how his team is playing, and they just have been on the wrong side of this run.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? Sometimes just a pause in the action, which is what a timeout can give you, is enough to change things around.
Looking at who's out there now for the Cavaliers. Mozgov, he's checked in for Tristan Thompson. Fry comes in for Kevin Love. Iman Shumpert is checked in for Smith. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. Here's Curry, following the basket by LeBron James. Curry dishes to Ezeli, and there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one on Mozgov. And for Festus Ezeli, came in as an extremely raw prospect a couple years back. Late first-round draft pick. His minutes were down, actually, last season, but his production was decidedly up.
Yeah, he went from 44 to 55% on field goals, from 53 to 63% on free throws, a testament to how much effort he's putting into developing that shooting stroke.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
No clue where that pass was going.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. 8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Poked away. Mozgov kicks to Dellavedova. To the wing right side. Outside Curry. Good if it goes. And it's good, but hold on. The officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the footage relayed to the officials from the replay center in Secaucus, I think he got it off in time. The replay leaving little doubt.
But to me, it's worth being certain. And that's why we have replay, to get these big calls right.
And they've overturned the call. The replay was conclusive, and that one's going to count.
And, Kevin, an example of why it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but you always want them to get every call right.
And we got a chance to hear from LeBron James about the hard work and preparation he brings into every game. I think you'd have to say the preparation really shows on the court in his play, and rarely does he look surprised out there or caught off guard.
And Kevin, that's really just the mark of a total pro. And I don't think oftentimes the fans appreciate how much goes in terms of preparation. Some guys get it and some guys don't, but he's a perfect example of what proper preparation means in terms of preventing a poor performance.
And welcome back to our special presentation of the NBA for Martin Luther King Day. And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Los Angeles?
They've definitely had a hot hand from three-point range. Always nice to get off to a good start.
They've gotten their fair share of points off turnovers so far tonight, too.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Curry is out there with Green. Then it's Curry. Then there's Festus Ezeli, and it's Curry in at the 1 spot. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
The D has gotten a little lax defending the three-point shot at that end.
Yeah, 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have come from beyond.
The drive by LeBron. Mozgov's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 15. Curry passes to Curry. Outside Curry. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. And stolen by LeBron. Down low, here's Dellavedova. Good, and the assist goes to James. Dellavedova's got his first bucket of the night. LA's gotten on a roll from three-point land. They've been flawless. 6 for 6 tonight. Some people think LeBron's athleticism, Clark, has declined over the last few years. He might be the first to admit it. He still looks terrific, though.
Well, he's, that's a natural progression for any player, even if you are LeBron. But he's still an elite athlete by NBA standards. These defenders look overmatched right now, especially inside.
Well, they've given up 10 of the last 12 points from close range. So I'd have to agree with you, partner.
Outside Curry. To the wing on the left. Curry kicks to Curry. 6 to shoot. Curry dishes to Ezeli, and a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2.
And remember the quote from LeBron on the subject. Obviously, I'm not the 18-year-old kid that I was before, but I can still do the things I need to be successful. And, you know, LeBron was just so far ahead of everyone in the league when he was young. I mean, even a LeBron who has lost a step is more athletic than 95% of our league.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Channing Frye. J.R. Smith's checked in for Shumpert, and Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Well, safe to say that J.R. Smith has never been short on confidence, Clark, his entire career.
Yeah, he's always been a guy who could actually play with confidence and back it up. When he's hot from the floor, he can take over games single-handedly.
Irving against Curry. Over to the wing. Pulls up. High post. Jump shot is good. Curry's got 7 now in this quarter.
And for Smith and his confidence, last year even he said he's on pace to be one of the best shooters the game has ever seen. So obviously not lacking in belief in his ability. And not sure if I can agree with J.R. Smith's assessment that he'll be one of the greatest shooters of all time, but he's pretty deep into his career at this point. Maybe he's hoping for a Kyle Korver type of career after 30 years of age.
Irving passes to LeBron. Steps back and fires. A rebound by Ezeli. Looking at Los Angeles, they took the win in their last game against Detroit.
They just looked stable pretty much from the get-go, guys. I mean, sometimes you'll see some inconsistencies come up in a road game that you don't see at home, but not the case in that one.
Tremendous balance on display, Greg. I mean, when you look at who was carrying the scoring load, making assists, playing unselfishly, I mean, they had it all working, and that led to the nice road win.
Irving's shot is good.
There's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set up, and you can get some easy hoops that way.
And that steal made it possible. And if they can use a few more sequences just like that. And what a beautiful way to polish off that sequence. Just strong at attacking the rim.
That just puts a little more momentum on their side, don't you think?
Absolutely.
The defense got to tighten up now. I mean, you can't have the opposing point guard throwing down on you like that.
That's good. Thompson's got his second basket of the game.
Boy, they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing that ball into the paint. Smash mouth basketball.
And Clark, it's a strategy that has served them well during the course of this first half.
Here's Irving. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play chance here. And guys, for everything we've said about Kyrie Irving over the years, now let's talk about maybe another area, and that is his willingness to give up the ball. LeBron came to town at the beginning of last season. Kyrie didn't even flinch at the prospect of being 1B to 1A. To me, that was a very selfless way of giving the mantle of that team over to LeBron.
I agree with you, and there was some question as to whether Kyrie would be able to do that at this point in his career, but ultimately that's what champions do. Kobe did it for Shaq, Robinson did it for Tim Duncan, and that's really what great players do.
The Cavaliers have shot 2 of 3 from the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, pretty good numbers on the season when you look at their free throw attempts, right around 78%.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
Curry. And released it in time, but it's off the mark. And we finished one half of basketball. Los Angeles leads by 10. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Quicken.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here again with Kenny Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. We welcome you back to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Shaq, let's get your insight on the visiting team.
Well, Ernie, Kenny, the offense was running really well. And their shooting percentage was outstanding, and it wasn't just luck. It's because the offense never allowed the opposing defenders to get comfortable.
Kenny, let's get your insight on Cleveland.
Well, the perimeter D is just too loose. I mean, there's no excuse for letting the team rain that many threes on you. And at that higher percentage, guys aren't fighting through screens. They're not staying with their shooters. They're not helping out. Just bad basketball on the defensive end. They've got to tighten it up on a high level in the second half.
And that's it for halftime, as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. You look at Freak in this game, guys, he has been everywhere.
I just love the tenacity on the defensive side. I mean, his play on D has been a huge factor for them as he continues to get steal after steal.
And guys, as the game moves on, I think he should continue to be aggressive defensively to keep ball handlers off balance.
Kyrie Irving and J.R. Smith at the guard set. LeBron and Love are the talented pair at the forward position. And it's Thompson in at the 5, patrolling the paint. So that's who's on the floor for the Cavaliers. The Cavaliers trail by 12. Irving kicks to Love. Love draws the double. Outside Curry. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Offline with his 3. Well, Cleveland shooting 59% up to this point. They're working for great shots, and they're hitting them. That one goes. Count.
No matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball in the paint.
And it's a big key thus far in this game, Clark, because whenever they've gotten the ball in the paint, good things have happened.
Outside Curry. Shoots from the corner, and Curry the bucket on the assist by Curry. Curry's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And Steph Curry, 6'3" and about 195. I mean, a slender frame. You look back to high school and college, and that was one of the question marks. Did he have the strength to succeed?
Here in this 3rd quarter, just over a minute play. LeBron against Curry. In the corner, Smith with it. The rebound by Ezeli. Ezeli's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And speaking of Curry's slight build, he's worked up and bulked himself up. He's added some muscle. He even got up to 200 pounds, I think he said. But he didn't feel real good, Clark, at that weight.
Yeah, it's not about the weight, Kevin. It's about strength. You need it to fight through screens and attack the rim, and he's clearly put on the strength he needs to play at his highest level.
2 minutes gone in this 3rd quarter now. Here's Curry. Releases from the wing and drills it. Curry's got 32 points in the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Thompson. And another miss by Cleveland.
It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
Curry with it. He's picked up by LeBron. Outside Green. Curry against James. Shot clock at 5. From past the arc. And that one's good. And that's now 35 points for Freak.
And really, as the three-pointers keep dropping, you get the sense that the frustration is mounting for the defense.
Yeah, and they either have been unwilling or unable to take that shot away.
And Love throws it down.
Nothing fancy there. Didn't need it.
Nope. His only concern right now, Clark, is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
I like the simplicity.
Well, there's also style just with the fact that he's able to have that kind of a finish, though. Still, I like that pretty one-handed flush. Having a lot of trouble stopping the three-point shot.
And they're not making up for it with their own shots from deep either, so that's a double-edged sword there.
Inside, a nice shot by Irving. Irving's got 4 this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Back to Curry. He feeds it to Ezeli. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And Los Angeles leads by 18.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Everybody on the same page, completely in sync. Tremendous communication and awareness.
And Thompson kicks to Love. Irving dishes to Love. They set the pick. Curry against Smith. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. And it's Love missing.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Curry against Irving. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. 16 seconds left in the third. And there's the whistle, fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game. That free throw good from Kyrie Irving.
That's his first personal foul.
Both free throws good for Irving.
Thank you, Cleveland!
Now here's Curry. Up in time. Misses. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Los Angeles on top. And welcome back to the 2K Sports broadcast of the NBA, celebrating Martin Luther King Day. The Cavaliers trail by 16, taking a look at Los Angeles. Ezeli is out there with Green. Then it's Curry. Then it's Curry. And it's Curry in at the point guard position. Outside jumper. 6 to shoot. Here's Mozgov. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
I think they need to get much more disruptive defensively. They can't just keep allowing these easy baskets.
That's got to be job number 1 right now. Nothing easy on the inside.
Curry kicks to Curry. And he lobs it up. And Curry throws it down.
Boy, the prettiest play in basketball did it to perfection.
I don't think you're going to get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
No doubt about it, unless you're the donkey. Because if you're the dunker, it's great. I don't necessarily appreciate somebody slamming one on the top of my head.
Well, you got to get out from under the hoop if you want to stay away, if you want to stay out of the poster.
Los Angeles leading by 14. The dish now to Green. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Curry passes to Curry. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation for the Cavaliers. Love comes in for Channing Frye, and Smith subbed in for Kyrie Irving.
Timeout. J.R. Smith. Starting. Timeout, Cleveland.
And the Cavaliers call time here. Freak really making a difference here.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. He told them that they simply have to step up, saying if we don't make a move now, it's going to be too late. Give them everything you've got. Kevin?
Thompson, he's checked in for Cleveland. James comes in for Shumpert. Here's Curry, and a great assist by Curry as that one goes in. Curry's got 3 assists in the game. And a chance now to catch up on some numbers here. The hustle stats for Los Angeles.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of block shots tonight.
And he gets it to go. And Los Angeles leads by 16. The Cavaliers have gotten all 3 of their shots to drop here in the 4th quarter. They came out of the break on a roll. The feed to Smith. And a miss there on the triple.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Curry kicks to Green. Left side Curry. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
And just a little bit ragged defensively there, Clark.
Cavaliers shooting has been beyond great up until now. How about 57% from the field overall? James dishes to Love. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Los Angeles leading by 16. Outside Curry. And the pass to Curry. To the paint. It's deflected. Stolen by Thompson. Here's Dellavedova. And the shot is good. Dellavedova's got 4 points in the quarter. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the 4th quarter. Pass to Curry. Back to Curry. It's rebounded by Cleveland.
Boy, did they need that rebound. I mean, they have struggled on the boards overall, but still with a chance to win.
Exactly, because they've made enough plays to keep it close. And as a result, they're still in it.
And that lead pass allowed him to get straight to the rim, unabated, in stride.
From the line, Curry. And the rejection by Smith. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. Irving's checked in for Cleveland.
Cavaliers, Kyrie Irving.
.104 left to play here in the 4th. Curry passes to Curry. 3 on the clock. Shot from the wing. Curry. Good. Curry's got 39.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for Los Angeles.
And Clark, they really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Most definitely. They shot the ball extremely well. It's a game to be proud of.
And so checking out the record for these guys, tonight will mark win number 37 for them on the year.
A 2-game season series. They win them both and complete the sweep.
And, Greg, that's a nice feeling to get the sweep. Even though it is a small number, still nice to get that sweep.
And you have to look back at this and see the huge game it was for Curry. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring. And it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat. And they're not finished just yet. They're going to make sure about this win.
Yeah, not taking any chances, Greg. This is how you close a game out. Textbook.
For the 3, misses. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the opposing fans.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. Now it's time to head back to the studio with Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny Smith.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Kevin, thank you. So why don't we take a look now at our Jordan Player of the Game? Talk about lighting it up in the second quarter. My word, that was just huge, and the impact carried them through the entire game.
He was an offensive dynamo for them tonight. The way it was going, you could see sky was the limit for him in terms of scoring. And he didn't stop, at least until he was going to get 40.
I thought this performance he needed to deliver, Ernie. He needed this game. You look at how he's been playing recently, and this was huge for him to come out and have a great night. You can really tell a lot about a player how they break out of a slump. He responded exactly the way he needed to.
And folks, that'll wrap it up for tonight. We hope you enjoyed the game. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Have a good evening.